Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I got the research done for the advanced construction buildings. So I made some advanced furnaces, some advanced assembly machines, and I'm still making a few advanced chemical plants. So I want to start using those for any additional expansion or production builds, at least as long as it's not overkill. They do produce quite fast. The furnaces have a 12 crafting speed, so one of these is equivalent to 6 steel furnaces or 6 electric furnaces. The assembly machines have a crafting speed of 5, so that's the equivalent of, let's see, a little more than 6 blue assembler machines. And the chemical plants, crafting speed of 8, so that's equivalent to 8 regular chemical plants. They are much bigger, but I think they're still more space efficient. You know, in other words, these very large buildings are still smaller than the equivalent number of vanilla buildings. One thing I'm noticing is that we are running pretty short on silicon, as you can see down here for my electronic components. I'm only using 4 or 5 drones, and the belts are continually running dry, which in turn is causing me to run out of electronic components, which is slowing other things down. If we go to the silicon build, we can see I've got plenty of stone. I'm crushing all the stone. So the stone and the crushed stone is not a problem. I've got plenty of that. I'm also making crushed stone over here and filling up that supply depot. All right, so there's plenty of crushed stone available, but we're constrained as far as making the quartz from the crushed stone. We need more quartz production, because you can see that the furnaces are keeping up with no problem with the amount of quartz that we're putting out. It's just not enough. So I need to expand this, and that's what I want to work on today. And I'm thinking that I'll start by doubling it, maybe even tripling, quadrupling it. I don't know. So we're making, let's look at items per minute. So we're making 1,080 silicon per minute, and we want to increase that. So let's pull out the planner and see what we can do. Okay. Oh yeah. So instead of 1,080, let's do 2,160. And see what we get. Okay, so there's only 2 recipes. One is to make it from matter, and one is to make it from quartz. I'm not ready to make things from matter yet, so let's do the quartz recipe. Instead of stone furnaces, we will use the advanced furnace. Okay, and let's give it productivity modules. And I'll give it productivity modules with no beacons. Or should I give it beacons? It'll be a 60% speed reduction, 40% productivity increase, which is about a net 20% speed reduction. Right, we go from 5.3 to 9.3 machines. I haven't done singularity beacons yet. I'm assuming that those hold more beacons or maybe have a larger range. and I'm not making regular beacons. But, oh, okay, so the Singularity Beacon does have, it still has 2 slots, but it has a 75% effectivity instead of a 50% effectivity. So you get more of the bonus from the modules instead of only 50%. All right, so let's research that. And I'm going to queue that ahead of the other stuff I had in there. We're almost done with the matter research. That means I'm going to need to make regular beacons. Let's see. Crafting time is 10 seconds. And a regular beacon is 15 seconds. And it takes 1 beacon. All right, so I should have 2 machines making regular beacons. So I can have 1 machine making singularity beacons. All right, and that singularity beacon research is going to take a while. Until then, I can use the regular beacons. Okay, so without these 5.3, so let's just put in enough speed to offset the speed loss. So let's get this down to 5 machines. I'm not sure how many beacons that's going to take. Let's start with 1. Okay. Oh. Sorry, regular beacon. Yeah, so 1 regular beacon will be enough. Let's get it below 3 machines. So this is definitely worthwhile then, because now instead of, what was it? Instead of 10 machines with 4 modules each, that would use 40 level 3 productivity modules. Or we had 2 beacons with 2 modules each, and now we can do the same job with 3 times 4, 12 with 16 modules. So 16 modules instead of 40 for the same output by using beacons. It's kind of a no-brainer. That's why we use beacons, right? All right, now let's look at the quartz. Looks like we have to use a filtration plant, and that can't use productivity, so let's give it some speed. So 9 machines. I won't use beacons on those. That's not going to help. Or at least not much. All right, and then for the sand, we need crushers. Looks like crushers can use productivity. And what if we do 2 beacons on each? Then we have 6. All right, so we'll tweak this as we go. But we need stone, we need water. I'm also going to import sand as a priority. Okay, so we need 6 crushers, 9 filtration plants, and 3 advanced furnaces. And a handful of beacons. What was it? Furnaces, yeah. 3 advanced furnaces. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now the other cool thing about the advanced furnaces, or I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the advanced assembly machines. The cool thing about the advanced assembly machines is that you can make some parts directly from ore, which is something I'd like to take advantage of. Let's see, let me put one down here. I'm going to put the rest back in. I'm not crafting a lot of them just because they're very expensive machines. Smelting crafting. So all these items, gears and bars and so forth, you can make directly from ore. Right? So you can make a gear wheel from 2 iron ore instead of making it from plates. 1 iron plate, 2 ore goes into 1 plate, right? Maybe it's not the most efficient thing because you can't use the processed ore. Yeah, normally it's 1 plate, and 1 plate is 2 ore. Yeah, so it's kind of like using the standard smelting recipe. So I'd say it's probably still not going to be my first choice to do that, but there could be certain instances where it's beneficial. Speaking of iron, where is it? Oh, over here, I've accumulated a lot of iron ore from my uranium processing, and in fact, this thing was full. So what I had done is I cut the belts here so that it would use up all that iron ore, and it looks like it's almost gone now, so I'm going to restore that. Why is my singularity beacon not researching? Oh, I can't do it yet. Crud. All right, because I don't have the singularity tech cards done yet. All right, so let's go back to researching some other stuff. We'll do the energy storage, the bot battery, mining drill, superior inserters, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll have to do the singularity beacons later. First, let me restore the flow of iron. Oh, not this flow of iron, the other flow of iron. Iron processing. There we go. And it's probably about time we upgrade all of that. Speed things up a bit. There. Okay. Where do I want to go? Silicon is up there. Oh, you know what? I need to grab some modules first. All right. Yeah, we're doing pretty good over here. I think I'll get 2 stacks of those. Now, why do I have so many fewer productivity modules? I'm also making more speed modules. I added more speed module 1 production over here because I needed those. I needed some extras to make assembly machine 3s. And you need assembly machine 3s to make the singularity assembly machines. So that's why I added more module 1 production. Okay, let's just walk over there. And we can start tearing this up. But I will begin by first removing the supply of stone. Now there's a lot of sand built up here, so it's going to take a minute or two to use that up. All right, now how many filtration plants did I need? 9, and I've got 10, and I need 6 crushers. You know what? Maybe let's, I've got 10 crushers here. So what if we were to force this to 10 crushers? Right? Then I would have a lot more sand. 12 machines. And what if this also had speed beacons? Oh, okay. No, sorry, that's too many. I want to use up all the sand. 8.8K. Alright, so what if this was 10 machines? I would use almost all the sand. I would need one more machine. Alright, so let's make this 12, and that way we'll have some extra capacity to consume sand that's coming from other places. Okay, and then we're going to have to, let's see, what if that's 3? Then we still have more silicon, so let's go to 4. We still have more quartz. 5 and 6. Okay, or we could add more beacons. We'll figure it out. Okay. So I'm going to clear that out. All right, so I'm going to leave the crushers in place. But let's pick up all of this because I'm going to rearrange things. Okay, and then we'll pick up all of this. And all of this. Okay, we're going to stop bringing in solid fuel. Here's some more sand. Here's some more silicon. Or quartz, I mean. And we'll start emptying that out. Okay, and then these need productivity modules and beacons. So let's start there. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. Gotta be kidding me. I just crushed a bunch of my productivity modules. Okay, and 2 beacons on each machine. What does that look like? It would look like this, right? No, then it would be 3 on many of them. If we do this. It would be 3 except for the ones on the end. So I'm not quite sure how to account for that. there we go. I'm going to get rid of these power poles and switch over to substations. Okay, well, we're going to have to modify things a little bit. 6552 is what we're going to get out of that. Let's upgrade the belt. Yeah, so these now have a crafting speed of 1.9. We might need to... Okay, no, I don't think... Yeah, we might need to go to stack inserters. Whoops. Okay. Now let's see what we get. All right, 11,340 is what we can make in stone. Okay, so let's just remember 11,340. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now 12 machines will use 12,000 sand. Okay, so we'll do 12 machines, 3 beacons each. So we'll do 2 rows of 6. 1. Let's leave a little more room. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we want these to be within range of these modules though. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll have another row. Okay, and these are all making quartz. And these are getting no, what are these getting? Oh, these are getting speed modules. Okay, so effect sources are 5, which is the 2 modules in there, plus 3 beacons. So these are each getting hit by 3 beacons. All right, so we're going to need some water coming in here. Oh, and I also need to bring in... No, let me pick this up. I need to redo this because I need more space here. So let's see, 1, 2. All right, that's as far away as I can place it. I still can't believe I crushed up those modules. That is painful. Okay. And then my filtration units, I'm also going to put as far away as possible while still being within range, which is like this. Okay. All right, now. Oh, let's put in the speed modules. Okay, so these have a crafting speed of 3.5 now. And these are going to be using up a lot of power. Okay, so this one side is going to need 3 red belts. Because we're taking in 100 per second. Okay, so we need more than 3 red belts. So let's say 1 red belt for each one. I've got 10 of these and 6 of those. It's not exactly a clean distribution, is it? What if I didn't have those? What would be nice would be to have ten and 10. Okay, so we're going to make 2.5 sand. So if I did 10 with no modules whatsoever, I could consume all of the sand that we're producing, plus a little bit more. And to me, that is preferable. It'll be easier to build that way, even though it's not quite as efficient. I'm just going to move it out of the range of the beacons. And we'll do a 1-to-1. Okay, and then I can move these beacons close to these machines again. Okay, so that's going to consume 47 point, let's look at items per minute, 2857 per minute. And this is going to produce, okay, something's wrong here. 10 machines. Oh, I forgot the beacons. So maybe I don't need beacons after all. Let's say 2.8. That'll be kind of close. Okay, yeah, that's close to 11,000, since the ones on the end only have 1 beacon each. Okay, yeah, so 10 machines are not going to consume all that sand. Oops. And 2.8 I know is not precise, but it should be close. And we'll still have excess sand. Okay, so what if we make that 12? 11,657, 11,339. All right, so let's make this 14 so we can consume more sand. But then I'm going to have to belt all the sand. Okay, here's what I'd rather do. Let's set 10 as the limit, and let's tailor this to meet that. So I want no more than 9.7K. So what if I only put 3 modules in there? I'm still going to have too much sand. Okay, well, I guess there's no way around it. I'm just going to have to belt it. I'm going to need more filtration units. I'm not going to be able to feed one-to-one. I'm going to have to belt everything, figure out how many belts I need, and do that. So this is going to have to be, what, 12? 14. Okay, and what if I don't use beacons? And I make it 20. What if we do 15? No. Well, I mean, that would work. Then we have a ratio. Each crusher could feed 1.5 machines. So 2 into 3. That's going to get kind of messy, though. All right, well, let's just do, what was it, 14? 14 consumes 13 something. But I want that to be even. 12 was not enough, right? 12 was barely enough. All right, well, we'll do 14. 14 it is. What's going on here? Okay. All right, so let's trim off 3 of those. Okay, and then I'm going to have to pick these up again. Because we need the modules now. One, two. Okay. Okay, so fast transport belts, the red belt's going in, we're good. The outputs, we're going to need a total of 6 belts. Or 5 blue belts. God, this is going to be messy. I'm inclined to just get rid of the beacons. Yeah. If I just do 10 into 10. Well, 10 into 10 was what I was doing before, though. This time with productivity. 10 into 10 was too much. Okay, let's add these back in. Okay, so we'll do 10 into 10. I'll put speed modules on the filtration plants. And that way I'll be able to use up all the sand plus additional sand. So the difference is the difference from last time is that I'll have a crafting speed increase on the quartz, and that'll give me more silicon. It's not going to be double though, is it? All right. Well, we'll do it the hard way. Let's see. These all have sand in them now, so I should be able to drop those in without destroying them. Nope, I guess I can't. That's weird. I guess it depends on if they have stone in the chamber or not. Sorry about all this back and forth, guys. I mean, we're just seeing how we work this out. All right, well, let's really figure this out. 8 out of 10 have 3, and 2 out of 10 have 2. So that's 24, 26, 28. So it's 28 divided by 10. Oh, 2.8. So that 2.8 is exactly right. How awesome is that? Okay, so we'll make it 10 and 16. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll duplicate that on the other side. Okay, which means we're going to need this. Of course, if I do this, then it can be 3 on these, since I'm not going to have that issue on the ends. So maybe I should go with 14. No, we'll go with 16. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how much space to leave between here. Well, we'll just do it like this. I'll just wait on that. For now, I'm going to need much bigger belts. Bigger, faster belts. I've got the blue belts, but even those are going to be lacking. So after blue belts, we have advanced transport belts. And advanced undergrounds. And advanced splitters. Okay, and these will do 60 per second. So we're getting into some pretty expensive stuff here. All right, so let's see if I do advanced transport belts. I still need 4 belts. Okay, well, it's better than 5. So I'll need 4 belts of sand to feed all this. So that means 2 sand belts on each side. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have 5 machines feeding into 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because express will be just a little bit not enough. All right, so we'll have 5 machines feeding into 2 advanced transport belts on each side with the sand. And then I'm also going to need the loaders to go along with that. So let's do advanced loaders. And I don't think I'm doing blue loaders anywhere. So let's do the blue loaders as well. Yeah, because that's going to need blue loaders. All right, so this is going to have to run for a little bit. But what I can do is I can build it with yellow for now, and then I'll just upgrade the belts when I'm done. Okay, so one, two. Yeah. Oh, this is going to need so many undergrounds. So many undergrounds and splitters. Unless I feed on this side. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, the third machine is going to have to go into the second belt. Oh, okay. No, the third machine can still be on one belt. The fourth machine is where we need to go to 2 belts. Okay, and I'll put my requester for sand right here. And we're going to use that as the input priority, like that. So that way it'll preferentially take sand that's coming external. Okay, and then we'll mirror the setup over on this side. Oops. Okay. And then we'll bring in water. I'll give this one 10 drones. Let's just see how much water we're going to need. It doesn't talk about water. There we go. All right, yeah, no problem for a single pipe. Okay. Now we'll feed these 2 belts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much do we need to bring in on one machine? 16.67 per second. So a single stack inserter can feed it in fast enough. Okay. But then we have the problem of the outputs. Oh, wait a minute. One, two, three, 4. These 5 need to feed these 4. Or no, these 5 need to feed all 8 of them. Yeah. Or what if I feed these from this side? right? If I move, because I can move all of this down by one tile. Because these first three can be on a single belt. So that I can feed 1, 2, 3, 4. I can feed those there. Advanced transport belt. They need slightly more than one. What about these first three machines? We'll almost empty that first belt. And then this one I can feed like that. So it'll take what's remaining on this first belt, and then this will start to balance this out. And then this can be a single, can that be a single belt? Yeah. Oh, I need 2.2 advanced belts. Why did I think I only needed 2 belts on each side? Well, it's okay. We need 2.2. Okay, but the good news is that we're starting to drain this belt. So by the time it comes around, okay, I think this is going to work. Yeah, I don't need this. This other splitter isn't doing anything. Okay, so here's the logic. These 4 machines need 1.1 belts in total. Okay, these 3 need 0.833. So these 3 are pulling from this belt. By the time they get to here, okay, so the question is, are these... Yeah, and these are going to give me almost a full belt out. These 3 crushers. Okay, so these 3 crushers are going to give me more than what I need for these. So by the time it gets here, this belt is going to be almost empty. This is going to pick it off, and then it's going to have another It's going to have about another half of a belt coming out here. Those will join up. This will finish off whatever's left. I think this is not reading properly. Okay, yeah, 1.5 belts is what it needs. These 4 are going to consume 1.1. So really, after this, we only need 1 more belt coming out. Okay, this will be fine. And then I'll run these 2 belts up to the other side. Or these 4 belts to the other side. The first 3 machines feed off the first belt, and then the last machine feeds off of the last belt. Okay. So this will work. And then I need the outputs. So if we go advanced transport belts on the outputs, it's 1.3, but maybe we just go with express. I go with blue belts. We need 2 blue belts. So we're going to have 4 blue belts total of silicon coming out. Okay, let me go see if I can get some blue belts. Do I have any? No, I don't really have any blue belts coming out. Okay, so we'll have to upgrade that. All right, so we're going to need a couple different upgrade planners. All right, so this upgrade planner is going to go from yellow to purple. Okay, and that's going to be used for all of this. And all of this. Okay. And then we need another one that's going to go from yellow to blue. For the output side. Well, let's build the output first. Gonna have to move this. Okay. There. All right, let's upgrade all of that. Okay, am I not in robot range or what? No, I'm not. That doesn't help me though, does it? Okay. And that should be all linked up there. Okay, and I don't see any bots coming over, so does that mean that I've got nothing? None of this purple stuff or green stuff? Okay. Well, I have some splitters. I don't have any belts yet. So I guess it'll be a slow path to get that upgraded. Okay, and I've got loaders. So why are the bots not coming? That's an interesting question. I don't get it. That's all been marked for upgrade. Okay. That's really disappointing. Why does this matter? Because I need 2 belts to come out each side from the middle. That's why. Up here. I'll have to do it another way. All right. I still don't know why the bots are not upgrading this stuff. All right. Well, anyway. Let's do the outputs. So that's 4. Okay, and all that needs to be upgraded to blue. Let's see if they're going to do that. Yeah, they do that. So the bots must have a problem with the purple stuff. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right, well, tell you what, I'm going to finish this up. You know the plan here. I just need to figure out a way to make it all fit. So I'll have another row of these up here. I'll have another row of beacons behind there, and then those are going to feed up to 6 of these advanced furnaces. Somewhere up here. And then we'll output to the supply depot. So, sorry this took so long. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. And I'm sure that I'm missing something very simple that would make this a lot easier. I'm just not seeing it right now. But that's okay, as long as it works. That's the important thing. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.